Join us as we recap this week's episodes of NBC's hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives, coming up next.
Starring
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Well, good afternoon, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days, where we give you a full recap of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I'm your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by my wonderful co-host, starting with the person and the reason why we're running so late today.
It's okay, I'll take it.
We have
Mark J. Freeman in the house.
AKA the future ex-Miss Billy Flynn.
Yes.
And of course, next to him we have
Matthew Evan Paine, so happy to be here.
Well, look at this, another beautiful Sunday.
It is beautiful. It is hot.
I wear shorts.
Don't you show those legs, lady!
I need sunglasses now.
Oh my God, those things are so
that
bright.
pale, people.
Well, that's why. That's why it's so bright in
compared to
here.
Tony. Okay.
If you're comparing it to me, then yeah, you're pretty pale. Yeah. Pale in comparison. Are you texting Billy?
No, my sister.
Oh, tell her we said hi.
Hi, sis.
Hi, sis.
Is it like your real sister or your sister-in-law? Does Billy have a sister?
No, my real sister.
Or like your
Okay.
hey girl,
My-
hey sister.
Anatomical sister. Because I have another sister. You know what I mean?
Well, that would be more of a sister than a sister.
Sister, not sister.
Yeah, there's a difference. All right, and of course, if you guys are watching us live, thank you so much. And don't forget to add us, like us, follow us on all social media platforms. Well, not all, but most of them. We are on Facebook and Twitter. Find us, DISHIN Days, on Twitter. We are @_DISHIN Days, and on Instagram, DISHIN Days. I mean, if you're looking for DISHIN Days, just type it in.
We're on
there.
social media.
We're on
We
social
are.
media.
We are on the
and
social medias.
I'm on Tumblr now. I don't really know what it is.
I don't
I
even know
love
what it
that
is.
you just keep signing up for stuff.
My friend was like, he sent me something with a Tumblr link, and I was like, I don't have that. And I thought it was like a dating thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't think I'm allowed to have it.
No.
He's like, why wouldn't you be allowed to? And I'm like, because I'm married. He's like, girl, it's not Grindr.
I think it's just. I feel like it's like
like
Pinterest. You just post stuff and
Yeah, he says
repost
like
stuff.
Pinterest, but I don't really know what Pinterest is either. I mean, I know what it is.
It's just a bunch of images and artwork that people share.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So basically, Mark just started a Tumblr
Well, is
dedicated
Billy
to
on
Billy
Tumblr?
Flynn.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Billy's on
That's actually what
Tumblr.
It's actually what people do. They take a theme and then they post a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff over and over and over about
Oh,
it. And
yikes.
other people who are fans come and join you and do that kind
You
of stuff.
found your niche, lady. You found your niche,
All
lady.
this
I
time.
can see the wheels spinning right now.
And that lovely voice you hear in our booth is no other than the very beautiful and newly engaged
Vivacious.
Oh my God,
Ooh.
Tony.
Miss Alexis.
Oh, I didn't get a
Hi,
guys.
Alexis.
Hi.
Well,
Hi.
listen, Alexis,
You
you've
can
become an
read it.
intricate
Get us
part of the
water.
show, and I heard that
could
you
go for
also hosted the Bowl Breakdown, and they loved it.
Oh, I was mostly just because I do captions for the show because Pop TV doesn't do Days of Our Lives anymore.
Wah,
so
wah.
Bold and the Beautiful is the only one I get now.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's so I'm like 2 weeks ahead.
Why did they get rid of Days of Our Lives?
I think
know.
what network is Days of Our Lives? on?
NBC.
NBC.
NBC just took all their shows away for some odd reason from Pop at least.
Mm.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
so it had nothing to do with pop.
No.
Got
No,
it.
no.
That sounds like an NBC move.
Yeah.
This is why I'm glad we're not on NBC. I will never be asked to be on NBC because of my mouth.
Yes.
Nah,
Yep.
they just don't do those sort of things.
No.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of NBC, how about this week of Days? How did you guys feel about that?
Me likey.
Me
You
likey.
likey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like more than I dislike, which is good. I'm glad that the scale has shifted.
I know what part you might have disliked because, and we'll talk about that in a second. And of course, we will get to your phone calls later on in the show to find out your thoughts and feelings about this week. And also, feel free to ask us any questions, whatever. We'll do that later. But now it's time to start DISHIN Days.
Flip it
And forget it.
Thank you, Alexis.
All right, so
You know I love a good sound effect.
let's start with the
try.
three Stooges of Salem: Orpheus, Xander, and no, not us. Let me-
Don't say
That's a
that
whole
about
nother storyline.
yourselves.
I think we wouldn't, if we were on Days, we wouldn't be the Three
No, you would
Stooges.
not.
We would be more like the let's get to the two Wong Fu gals of Days or of Salem.
Yeah.
I can say this much. If I lived in Salem, I would never go to that park.
No.
What part?
The one with the bench.
Well, the bench.
Oh yes.
I would never
one
go to the
bench.
bench.
The bench.
Yes.
The one bench.
Yes.
The bench.
There's a lot that happens, and if you go deeper in the park,
Death.
You get pushed down
You're
a cliff.
done.
Yeah.
You're done. You're done. Or
Into
fall
the river.
Oh my word.
All right, so okay, I have this question for you guys because I had this question for myself while I was like watching Days. Does anyone know exactly what the plan is that Orpheus, Clyde,
I
and
don't think
Xander
they
have?
I don't think they have one.
But if you notice, they always keep saying like, "Well, I've got it figured out now."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Girl,
It's
Girl.
starting.
Girl.
girl."
They're starting to break though. They're starting to
Yeah,
break.
you can tell.
Yeah, Clyde's like, I don't really care what you do.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill who I'm gonna kill. And then they were like, but we all hate the same exact people. But Clyde I feel like Clyde's the one who's veering right off track with the other two. I think the others aren't getting along
Yeah.
necessarily, but I feel like Clyde's the one who he'll kill with or without them.
Well, and
Yeah.
I think this week what I got out of these three with the whole thing with Marlena was that they're trying to show their I kind of like the fact that it appears that Marlena's kind of going to be the one that figures out how to take them down.
Yes.
But I felt like because they talk so much about their histories and their pasts, it was kind of trying to show not make them seem such bad guys. You know, like the whole thing with Orpheus and his kids.
Oh,
There was the
yeah.
whole thing, and then he
Trying to
gave
soften
Joey
him.
the jacket.
It was like, I don't want your dirty jacket.
The boa. Gave him a boa.
Well, after
Pink feathered.
after Xander like punched him,
Yeah. But then even when they were talking about Xander and they were just, and they were talking about that,
how Xander wanted the approval of
yeah,
Victor.
exactly. I think they're just trying to humanize them, which I thought was kind of a cute little touch.
Maybe kind of give them a reason as to why they have so much anger and
Yes.
why they're so seeking revenge.
Mm-hmm.
But are they seeking revenge on the right people due to their anger?
Good question. Good question.
Just call me Dr. Marlena Evans.
Robichaux.
Robichaux. Dr. Marlena Robichaux. So they are still at it. As you said, there was, a great moment with Joey and
wow.
Orpheus and
My hair does look really
and knowing that he has kids. So I wanted to bring up Clyde because I think his plan is the most ridiculous. And he started planning to steal Thomas, which I think makes no sense because it's not Ben's, it's not yours. It's like, why?
But it's
what?
his
I
in his
think,
mind.
right, I think so too. I think he is just crazy enough to want to steal him from Chad.
Yeah. I think I think all it is also to get back at Chad. And,
The lengths that he went
Yeah.
ages ago when he switched the results for the paternity.
Well, I mean, he did that for Ben's sake. But imagine this. Florida, 2017. Clyde has stolen, Thomas.
future.
Got it.
And all of a sudden, he has to deal with a poopy diaper and bottles. I mean, do you really think your plan is worth it then?
Well, I don't
Exactly.
think it's daytime. They're not thinking.
I mean, I'm just saying that thought needs to be put out there.
Yeah.
They're just looking to November sweeps.
Be-
Baby steps, girl. Baby steps.
baby steps. So they also come up with this whole thing of like they want $20 million that he sent via email during a blackout.
But I love that they all kept saying like, "Oh, it's a miracle! I got that email."
Yeah, it's like I had
I'm
just
like,
enough
can't we
power.
just fix the power?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
it would just remedy all these ridiculous
No.
lines
I like
that
how
we have to throw
it's
in.
spotty in Salem. Like
Yeah.
some places it works, no
Yeah.
problem. Other
Yeah.
places it's just
well, they have a generator here, but not over there.
right.
and at least
Salem's
Claire's
so
not
big.
walking around with her phone anymore.
Oh my god! But
It's
$20 million,
exhausting.
that's a lot.
It's a lot.
Where
They
do you
got it. They
And,
got
and
it.
it's not even like
John's got it. He's
Ooh.
got basic black.
basically he
He's
doesn't.
a bajillionaire.
Is he? Is he? Is Patch
That's why
Black
they live
doing
in
that
the
well?
penthouse.
That's Marlena's penthouse because
John
because
paid for
everyone
it.
in Salem is apparently a client of hers.
You think Marlena didn't get some monies when they got divorced?
Why? So that they can get remarried again? So he can put it back. She can put it back in his bank account. Yeah.
Do you feel the need to see them get married again?
No.
Do you?
Not at this point.
Not necessarily.
Like-
It's just going to be like a little justice of the peace
A
thing
little
anyway.
ceremony.
I feel like it would be like
They don't
City
do.
Hall.
I mean, if it was a big thing like Jack and Jennifer's or the olden days, Patch and Kayla's, yeah, I'd want to see another one. We don't see those anymore.
I
No,
would-
it's like a couple chairs in the DeMera house.
In the DeMera house?
Remember they used
And
to
a house.
big weddings?
house.
Big weddings.
Huge one. In St. Luke's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were getting married in St. Luke's, you knew two things. One, it was going to be a big wedding. Two, it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Truth.
Or Sammy was going to punch somebody or get punched.
Or her lie was going to come out.
Yeah. Someone's lie is going to come out.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much all
Yeah.
but them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just still going off, terrorizing, making it up as they go. All right, so now,
And fighting all day long.
oh my God. I mean, will somebody please make a decision
Yeah.
out of them? It's like they all came together for a common thing, but they each have so many different ways of going about it.
Yeah.
Bless their hearts.
Yeah.
Eventually, we'll figure out. Maybe they will figure out what their plan actually is. All right, so let's move it right along to the biggest mouth dropper of all, Flip,
Flip it.
Philip, Chloe, Deimos, and Nicole. Now, I'm still trying to figure out who the daddy is.
Yeah.
Who is it?
I'm
have
kind
no
of annoyed
idea.
that they didn't tell us this week. That they just kind of.
They should have told us, like, Wednesday would have been a good day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Midweek, as Wednesday typically is.
Yeah.
Something
Hump day.
seems just so odd about this storyline that because who's she been with in Salem to be pregnant?
Here's what I was thinking. Here's another thought, because I still think it's connected to Nicole. Because because she keeps going back to Nicole, and they keep talking about how Nicole can't have kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that there's some sort of connection. My thought was that she did something like to help Nicole. She somehow found Nicole's eggs and tried to be a surrogate for her without Nicole knowing. Like, I feel like there's something along those lines.
I
Would
get
she
that.
remember that?
Well, but see, that's the thing, is where I'm wondering if
Bingo.
she is like she was told it didn't take,
Because she was
and
like,
then
she
had
was
sex
like,
with him, and now it's like,
oh.
Oh,
yeah.
it must be that. And then the whole
Yeah.
ancestry, or not the ancestry thing. What did she say? She said something on the phone. It made me think of Ancestry.com, but it was some other test or something that had
Oh,
they
the
did.
DNA testing? Like,
I think so.
maybe like a DNA, like
I think that's what it
me
was.
123 or 123me.
Yeah, and it made me think of Ancestry.com when it said it. So
I'm
and
an Ancestry.com
Yeah,
person.
well, yeah.
But yeah, I still feel like there's some sort of Nicole story there.
I feel like she slept with someone and was like, oh, shoot.
It was a drunken night
Yeah.
that was real drunk.
Yeah, but I feel like that would be too like, I don't see how she couldn't have considered it then. I feel like my idea. No, I'm kidding.
my
it's
God.
just like that she went through a process that didn't work, but then she's like, oh my God, maybe it did. It just didn't happen as quickly as they saw. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I feel like
Or maybe she's like, oh, what was that prick? Oh, that's what that was.
I'm
She
so
got
done.
injected.
Oh my gosh.
I wonder who it is.
Injected.
I don't know. I'm seriously like when I watch it, I'm just as baffled as Philip, and I'm just like I just don't understand.
I like how in Chloe's little monologue, she called herself a whore. She called herself a slut. Like,
Yeah, she's like that slut whose kid isn't yours or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder. I wonder who.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm getting, because I hate that I know that JPL is leaving, because I really love him so much, and I love seeing them. Like, every time I see Nicole and Chloe and Philip and Chloe and Philip and Belle and all that, I'm just like, this is what we need to be seeing. I mean, hopefully we'll be seeing more of that.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much JP in Philip.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
For sure. For shizzle.
yeah.
The show.
What was I gonna say? Oh, so when they were having the discussion about, the fact that it wasn't his, it wasn't Deimos, obviously. I like that they brought up Parker in that situation.
Yeah.
Because it connects them again. And then I like that Chloe was like, you know what? Don't worry about me. I got to figure it out. And it left Philip kind of like, huh? What? Are you sure?
That's what makes me think that there's some kind of, I don't know.
And I think she, it led to the conclusion that she does have it figured out.
Yeah.
And she's now just going to go away to deal with it. And
Yeah.
she's going to go to New York with her parents and just kind of deal with it and not drag anyone else into it.
Yeah.
And it also, shows that she's concerned about Philip because she doesn't want to put him through this again, like with the whole thing with Parker. Who's Parker's father?
Really? Or who does Days say it is?
I mean,
Because I think it's still Philip.
but
I think it's
who's the actual? Do you remember his name?
He's so insignificant, I can't remember.
Are you sure? The last name was
Positive.
Jonas. What was the first name?
Not ringing a bell.
Not at all.
No.
Daniel?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
but-
Daniel Jonas.
Yeah, but I
Don't
was
know him. Don't know him.
I was hoping that Mark would be able to say it.
No. Don't know him. Don't know.
I love.
Thank you.
I love trying to get him to say Daniel Jonas. So that was that.
There was it this week or last week they did actually talk about him.
This week. Whenever he gets mentioned, I think of you saying that you think it's Philip, and I'm not mad at that thought.
Yeah. I think they should. All right.
Oh,
Oh, are we done?
well, yeah, with that one. But going back to the first one, totally forgot to mention that.
First storyline?
So they had Joey. Joey is now free.
Yeah.
After the whole 20 mil exchange. So yeah, good for Joey. And there's that.
He's out and free.
Yeah, he's out and free and eating a ton.
Eating
the Brady
at
pub.
the pub.
Yeah.
Even though the refrigerators have been unplugged for a week.
No, they have a generator. Generator at the Brady pub.
Jen can make some donuts.
All right, so let's get to
Alice Horton donuts.
To Mark's favorite storyline?
yes, Rafe, Hope, and Aiden. Okay.
Actually,
Oh.
Is there a revelation?
didn't mind the storyline this week because I like Aiden with Hope. I still do, and at least it was entertaining for me. I don't like how Rafe got all huffity puffity like I know you, and I love that she said, "Don't act like you know me," kind of thing.
She was just playing the game, like.
But at least there's something interesting now.
No. Matthew, what do you think?
I'm on Tony's side for this one.
Okay.
And you know why? Because here's the thing. Again, it doesn't make sense.
What doesn't?
Again, if they wanted him to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs,
Oh, that whole thing. I
You
agree
had-
100% about
you
that.
had
But
that
at
during the
least-
mom thing.
At least, I liked the interaction with Aiden and Hope, and him and them trying to one up each other on the blackmailing. I thought that was kind of
I liked
a cool
that.
storyline, and I loved that she brought up the video. And I love that that whole thing about her saying, the one thing I keep remembering is that she said how cold you are behind those eyes, and I'm the only other person now that knows how cold you really. I like that.
I
it was
like that
cool.
moment too.
So
let me tell you what I
didn't
did
mind
like.
that so much.
I don't like the fact.
I didn't like Rafe jumping down her throat.
I did because Rafe is like, you know why Rafe did that? Because he's basically saying Heffa, you are lying. I know you are. This makes no sense. Because yesterday we were eating guacamole in the house.
Guacamole and
today you are trying to act like
Chimichangas.
you don't want all this churro.
I agree with Tony. The chat room agrees with you.
I love the chat room.
What that?
The chat room.
Everyone's
completes
like,
me.
yeah,
Did Daquan
Mark,
agree
I
with
agree
me?
with Mark. Me too, Mark.
I can't believe him.
agree
Daquan's
with
even
Mark.
on my side. Look at that. How about those bananas? I
No,
agree
it's
with
just-
Mark.
Listen,
Nikisha, thank you.
I-
Daquan, thank you.
I agree that Hope and Aiden do look
Oh.
great together.
Geraldo.
Someone wrote, Aiden don't look good with Hope.
But now that they have made him into the person that he is, that you're blackmailing someone to
That you
be
love.
with you, that you love to be with
Right.
you? No.
No.
Yeah, but we've
because
seen-
imagine
but-
this. No, imagine
but-
this. Go into the future. Picture it. Portland, 2022. Aiden, Hope, and Chase. And they are sitting there, and in the secret room, Hope and Aiden are still trying to one up each other, being
So-
I still know you killed
so-
Stefano. Well, I know Chase still killed the mama.
So picture it. AfterBuzz, 82, and Jack rapes
Jackie.
Kayla.
Kayla.
Okay.
When did I say Jen?
What would we be saying? There's no way he's ever going to get redeemed. There's no way he's ever going to be a good person. Case closed.
But, case open,
Point for the drag queen.
did he rape anyone else after that?
Well, did Aiden hasn't killed anybody.
Well, apparently Aiden didn't try to kill Hope the first time.
Right.
However,
so he's even got one up on
No.
him.
Yeah. I had
Open it again.
I had a similar point a couple months ago when Chase raped Sierra. I said that Todd Manning on One Life to Live got redemption.
Yeah.
Luke on General Hospital got
Yeah.
redemption and
Yeah.
ended up becoming beloved characters.
Yes.
Especially Luke.
Yes.
And people were
Oh,
like, no,
Sammy
Matt,
and
times
EJ.
have changed.
Yes.
We can't
See?
forgive. But, I mean,
but this is
Crazy
different.
Forgive
things
all the
have
time.
happened.
And
No.
I just like when they were together, I just like it you have to admit, it's more exciting to watch Hope and Aiden than it is to watch Hope and Rafe.
Here's the thing. Admit it! No! I'm gonna make my point first. The thing.
I'm gonna go get a water.
The
ooh,
thing
and you were
about.
corrected. It was 1988.
Eddie, I was picking it because I
Damn.
didn't know what year.
Here's the thing. Aiden had a chance for redemption when he came back and was locked up in that cage and was talking to the dead bird and all that kind of stuff. That was the moment that we could look and say, oh, he's not a bad guy.
Oh, if I
and-
was with you, that's exactly where I would have been like, okay, let's turn this stuff around.
He's not a bad
But
guy.
And
we
he-
don't work at NBC.
We don't. But also, he could have been truthful. He could have been truthful about his connection with the Damaras and what he was doing. And him and Hope probably could have lived happily ever after.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
However, what does he do as soon as he gets back? He lies about when he was actually switched out.
Okay, but he didn't actually lie. The writers put those words in his mouth.
Aiden
FYI,
lied.
it is.
I like what Ray C said. It's classic soap.
It is.
It is classic
It
soap.
is.
But still,
But I
it's
just like-
stupid.
I-
It's stupid
Wait.
to blackmail someone to when they-
No, that's typical soap opera.
No, to be okay. So I tried to do this. I tried to picture. Okay, what would Sammy do in this situation? Of course, Sammy would do the
Blackmail.
same thing. But there was something about But there was something about Sammy that you were like, "Oh, girl, get your man any way you can, honey." And there's something about Aiden where you're like, "Girl, give it up. Just give it up. Hope's not gonna like you. She's never gonna be in love with you.
She
like,
won't.
just give
She's
it
gonna
up."
fall back in love with him.
Oh, I really hope not.
I think she will.
Ugh, I
think she
hope
will.
not.
I think she will.
Did I already say it? I hope not.
All us Haydenites are gonna be cheering.
Whatever.
I can't
I'm
get
just-
behind it.
Just
I
saying.
can't get behind it.
Just saying.
I'm just
saying.
I'm just saying.
and I think we
was,
need to embrace it that I'm right and you're wrong.
listen.
And Misty just said, I think Aiden killed his wife too. I think he always did. I never believed that Chase killed his mom.
Well, they're gonna keep on with that. Chase did it. So, thank you, Cheryl, for agreeing with me. Thank you, Cheryl Hawk, for agreeing with me.
Scroll up because earlier she agreed with me.
Lies. Whatever. So we'll just agree to disagree, and this storyline is just kind of.
But the last 2 weeks, though, when we've brought up Hope, Rafe, and Aiden, we were like, blah, 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 moving on. We just had a conversation about it. So
We did.
I think something good is happening.
Did you notice the nail? Hope's nail.
Oh, I can't with the nail.
Oh, they were white and red this time.
It's like a cream and white and red. It's
was
like,
like,
I don't
ooh.
get it. I'm gonna write a letter to the editor.
Oh, are you?
Strongly worded email.
Fix it in post.
Actually, you know what?
Strong,
Maybe that's
right?
one of the things Dina should come in. Hope's nails. Let's fix those.
Let's fix it.
Check. Guess
check
what,
that box
honey? You
for
have
me,
to.
Dina.
You have to wear the same color for every single nail.
But it was like this week they did a close up.
I know. It's like they purposely are like, oh, we gotta show the nails. Like I'd rather just pay attention to the story.
Mike Bowman said, "What would Sammy do? Blame John."
Yeah, exactly. So true.
That's funny.
So true.
All right, so
All right, those are the three major stories.
Let's get into some tidbits. So Abe and
You're on a
Theo,
roll today, Mark.
right? So
I
Abe
should be
and
late more often.
she's had a hard day today. This
I've
lady.
been working all day.
In this heat.
Well, I have an air conditioner in my office.
I should hope so.
Everyone comes and hangs out at my office because that's like the coldest place in the theater.
Because if you didn't, lady, that face would melt off.
That would.
What? We don't want to see what's behind that mask. Girl. Girl.
I wonder how many times I say girl today.
Someone will rewatch
Can
this
I
and they will
Glenn, my
text it to
friend,
you.
my best friend Glenn, he watches. Glenn, I know you ain't got nothing else to do. Count how many times I say girl.
Including that one.
Counting that one. Girl.
Girl. All right.
If
Speaking
you
of
all aren't saying girl around the dinner table tonight, I have not done my job.
somebody's gonna start saying it.
Girl.
That's how like they're like, oh, how was your day today? Girl.
Did you see someone tweeted us with the time code for when we were doing the girl with Christopher Sean?
I think I did.
It
I
is
did see that.
so funny.
Well, I still want Christopher Sean and Freddie to start using
Totally
gay
gay
lingo.
out. Totally gay it out.
Yes.
I want Sonny to come around that corner and go, girl, and Paul's like, yes.
Yes, yes.
Girl, we got to go have some drinks.
Yeah.
We gotta find us a gay bar up in here.
Oh my god, that should be us. Like if they ever did like a gay bar scene and Paul and Sonny come in and we start off like, ooh, girl.
Girl.
And then
We
I
just
later
gotta say girl 5 times, right?
yeah,
And then we get.
and then that's it. And then I later become Maxine's son.
Maxine's son's gay.
Yes.
Ish.
There we go. Is that ish?
Ish.
Just a
No.
little bit.
No, all the way. All right, so let's get to Abe and Theo. So,
Okay.
glad to see. I really thought they were gonna kill off Abe, and I got a little worried.
Well, don't count it out because I don't think it's. I don't
He's
think
in the
he's
clear
in
yet?
clear.
No.
You know, so I think that is a very good possibility.
Yeah.
Because I know someone else loved character is supposed to be saying adios.
Sayonara. Ugh. Well,
I mean, I had my hopes.
right now
It
he's
doesn't seem to be the
right
people
now
I want.
he's still alive. Yes. Why did it
Show the
freeze on
fans
that
what you're
one?
doing.
So Matthew just freeze like
frame.
this.
Can we show it to the camera?
You
Freeze frame.
Freeze frame.
Freeze frame.
Freeze
Can you
frame.
see Tony right there?
Look at all those guns though. You can't
Sun's
even-
out, guns out.
Right? And the sun's been out. Okay, so
Theo and Abe.
Kayla.
Theo's gone off the deep end,
Yes, but Kayla tells Abe that there's still some fragments of the bullet.
but it's a good thing.
Is it?
That's what she said.
Okay. Okay, so I have to tell you about that part. You know what's funny is that I went down the rabbit hole like while she was explaining, and I was on my social media, and I was like, wait, what? What'd she say? And I had to like rewind it, and then I lost my train of thought again, and I was like, okay, bullet fragments still in the body. Got it. But then now I feel like I still missed something.
No, that was it. That was all
Okay.
they really talked about.
But-
She
but
said it
Something
was
about
better
his
that
heart, though, right?
Yeah, but she was
His
saying
heart,
about
yeah.
taking out something. Was she saying
the
that?
fragments.
Taking
She
out
was
the
saying
fragments.
that it's better to leave them in
Okay.
for
But
his body.
if the condition gets worse, it needs to be taken out. Now it all makes sense.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Theo tried to kill Clyde.
Oh my god.
That entire Theo with the gun disturbed me.
Why?
Because he's so young and has a gun and he doesn't know what he's doing and he doesn't know how to use it. And I understand that in his head he was doing the right thing. I just didn't like it. It just made me uncomfortable that he's what is he, 18?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if the age, but the fact that he is just not knowing what he's doing with the gun is terrifying.
To be honest, when Clyde stepped up and he was like, "You take one more step, I'll shoot you," even though he was shaky, I thought he was gonna do it.
Yeah.
I thought he wasn't gonna shoot him like in the chest, like he was maybe gonna like
Graze
graze
his
his
arm
leg
like
or
John
something.
Black.
Yeah, yeah. But like
None of them are
Everyone's
a good
been
shoot.
shot this week.
yeah, they
Even
have.
Salem PD, they're not a good shoot.
They're not good officers
No, they're not.
or detectives.
They should all, instead of getting out of police cars, they should all get out of a clown car.
So it's just interesting how
I see shell casings. It's like, no.
Or I found one. Well, where are the others? Because there were like
12 shots,
There
yeah.
were like 58 shots that happened. Like you can't. You found one.
And Roman's like, bring it down to the station and we'll total us.
He's just so angry all the time. I'm like, girl.
Give us your. I want to take off my headset because it will hurt, but imitate your angry Roman, please.
Oh, I don't even know if I have the strength. Ah! He's just always angry. Like even when he was arguing, when like I was thinking the scene with him and
He just
Theo,
barked.
he was like scream, and I'm like, dude, it's okay. You found him. Let's calm. Like, he's just, everything is just so. I'm like, oh, give her a bone.
Oh my gosh.
Why do I come here? Why?
Because to talk
Give
about this
him
wonderful
a bone.
So
I need to go home. I need
my
a nap.
That's
I need a
Matthew's
nap.
choice.
well, speaking of the Salem PD, I love that. Okay, so you had Patch and JJ
That's
at
so
the dock.
funny.
You
Patch
had
and
JJ
yeah.
at the dock. You had Theo come wandering in out of nowhere. Clyde and Joey were there. Clyde, like, snatches the gun out of Theo, pushes him into Patch and JJ, throws Joey, and then the next scene is like, JJ's like,
I know. He got away.
we couldn't find him. I'm like, what are you?
It just happened.
Everything. It's funny because all those scenes are kind of hysterical because it's like they do like it's like, boom,
Tag, you're
we
in.
won. Like, I'm like, girl. Even when they got Joey back, it was just so like.
But then,
And I get it. You're on a budget, but it's still kind of funny. I'm sorry.
And I mean, this is nothing against James Reed's.
I'm enjoying it,
like real age or whatever. But I was like, girl, Clyde is like, how old? JJ, you are in spring. You mean to tell me Clyde outran you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't build up your endurance in the academy.
What did he do? Right. What did he do? A tuck and roll into a cliff, down into a river, and got carried away and was like, gotcha.
He was.
Oh, he was huffing and puffing. He's like me when I get home from a run.
When I get home from my car.
That one when I get the groceries.
Or I was gonna say when you go get the mail.
Pizza rolls.
Pizza
Yeah.
rolls.
Speaking of
Yeah.
being on a budget, and I don't think we're talking about them, but was Eve supposed to be not in Salem?
No, she's in New York. Or
In
New York.
She's back in New York.
In the hotel.
Yeah.
It's so upsetting. It's just, I'd rather
I'm glad though. I'll say this. I was glad that she called her and not Anne.
do a brick wall though. Don't do the hotel room, the Salem Inn.
Oh. Well.
Well, no.
It's clearly it was the Salem Inn set, and she's like, oh hey, no,
It's Anne in.
Anne in.
Anne in.
Anne in.
That's a mouthful.
That is.
Anne
That should be a
in.
new character on Days.
Anne in.
Hi, I'm Anne. Oh, but there's Anne Milbauer. Never mind.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe she'll
Anne
get
with an
married.
E and Anne no E.
Yeah.
So you can tell them apart.
Well,
Where's Anne Milbauer been?
Who cares?
Away. Well,
care.
yeah, she's been away. She'll make an appearance, I'm sure.
Next.
Speaking of Teresa, I'm gonna jump ahead and then go back since we
Done.
brought up Teresa. The Kyriakis family. That scene where they're all trying to like figure out Titan and how to save the company and the big. My first thought was I love seeing the relationship that the Kyriakis men have with each other.
Absolutely.
Because like at first I was like, why do Philip and Brady hate each other? And then I was like, oh, because the whole thing of like Philip was in charge, now it was Brady, and now Philip gets to go, okay, so you think you're so great? Not really. And then Damo's kind of being like how like in the Victor role, but really trying to rally them up together, and then like Sonny and Justin being like the good version of the Kyriakis family. Like it was just interesting to see the dynamic of the Kyriakis. And then you got, well, she's not a new Kyriakis, but hopefully she'll be a Kyriakis too. Teresa going in there and being like, look,
Yeah.
I love
get
that.
it together,
Yeah.
men. Don't blame Mike Brady for this. It's your doing.
And I loved when she apologized to Brady for doing that, and then he kissed her.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that just
liked
turned
all
him
that.
on so much, and he was just like, I just need you right now.
I
Teresa."
love
I think
them
those
together.
I think those are the golden moments right now.
Yeah.
For me, are those
The families?
the family moments
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Which is I think what her goal has been.
I
obviously.
did have an eye roll moment though when they were taking turns on the phone.
Oh yeah. They were kind of like
Yeah,
talking
it was
over
like
each other.
Damos and then Philip, and
yeah.
then there was one with Justin and maybe
Sonny?
Philip again. Was it Sonny?
I don't remember.
But they
yeah, they
one
were
would
all-
finish their sentence and the other one would.
Yeah,
Very important.
they tried.
But yeah.
Goings on.
He tried it.
Yeah.
He
But
tried it.
Tried it.
I love seeing those moments though, and I love that kind of intertwining the last two things, the rebirth of family versus family. So we're gonna have it looks like we're starting the rumblings of the Kyriakis versus the Damaras again, because it's like Titan is going down, but in order for Damara Enterprises to come back up, they have to kind of buy out or do something against the Kyriakis family in order to get ahead.
Yeah.
And I love that Sonny knew that, and Sonny went to Chad and was like, "Listen, we're friends. Like, don't do that to us. Like, you know, let's keep it cool." And Chad was like, "Okay." And then he looked at Thomas and he was like, "Do it." And that's how we felt about that.
And the face-off with when Sonny was telling Chad to not speak to him, I don't have anything to say to you,
Yes.
really. I actually really liked that scene. The only thing I didn't like was when Chad slapped Sonny's chest.
When he walked away.
I thought it was just so condescending.
But did you see how Chad was as he was talking to Sonny when he ended it? It was like this smirk, like, okay. He basically, in my eyes, said, "Okay, bitch. All right, gotta go."
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I thought I was a little upset that Chad let Andre and Kate win that argument.
I thought so,
because I
too.
really
by
liked
letting
the
Andre back into Demira Enterprises.
and doing that to the Kyriakises when he keeps saying how he wants to make Demira, and I get like the rationale behind it. Like I understand English. I get the argument on Kate and Andre's behalf, but at the same time, I just felt like, if you're going to try to do this, then try to do that and find another way. And maybe they will next week.
Yeah.
Chad will find a way to not take their money, but be able to help the company.
Rather than being a pushover.
Yeah. I'm hoping that's what happened, because he just doesn't come off as that kind of a character anyway. So I'm kind of annoyed that they did that, but we'll see what happens.
He's hands down the most lenient Demira there is.
Yeah.
Who, Chad? Yeah.
And I like the flashback scenes with him and Sonny.
I did too.
I thought that was kind of cool.
I think it's so brilliant that they do that. That they know to go back to that.
Just as a reminder to us of like how it was. Like, they did that with Victor and Xander.
Yep.
And I thought that was
I
great
love that.
too.
Yeah.
Just
I liked all of that.
Just like
And
just
Xander
in case
and
you're
Nicole
confused.
And,
Yeah.
Let's throw it in there.
Yeah. And as we said, Kate wanted Andre to come back in, and Chad was a little worried about that, but then he's back in. But then
See, I wish they would have somehow found a way to even circumvent Chad and just do it on their own, so that it wasn't him that did it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, but then okay, so I was confused about
He was
this.
trying to help out Billy.
I was confused when Andre was like, he was going to do this in good faith. And then he goes, "I know that Belle gave you back her portion that Sammy gave to her from the Demira funds." And he's like, "Aren't I entitled to some of that?" And Chad was like, "I mean, I guess." Well, then he's like, "Well, I like to take some of that and put it back into." So basically, there's no money exchanging.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Yeah, it was kind of.
Like, I was just
Kinda
like,
lame.
What was this? It's like, circle this. What's this part for?
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
But all right, but whatever. So we have that. But I'm actually kind of excited to see, two families going at it, business-wise.
Yeah.
We'll see how that turns out. And then, speaking of other families, the Hernandez family had a little discovery today.
Well, not today. But
This week. Gabby found out that Dario hired Creepy Guy. I don't know his name, so I call him
No, I think
Creepy
that's
Guy.
it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Creepy
I call
guy.
him
I think
Creepy
that's what
Guy.
it says in the credits. Creepy guy.
Which apparently he's like the only thief looter in Salem, apparently, because he did all this stuff to Gabby, and then with the surge out or the power out in Salem, he was gonna go loot again, and he runs into Gabby again now with a friend, and he does all that, and then JJ comes in and saves the day. Dario comes in, and then as they're being arrested, he tells Gabby that Dario's the one that hired him.
Yep.
And all that. So that was that. And Gabby, get that pepper spray together, girl.
Figure it out, Gabby.
Figure it out. That was a she was from here to way over here, and it was like silly string.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he grabbed the other one, the creepy guy grabbed
Yeah.
it. I feel like creepy guy's kind of like I can't do it with the
Like Rico Suave.
Yeah, I feel like he's
Yeah.
going bowling or like to Subs and Pizza with
Or
friends.
you mean like at any moment he's gonna be like, I got chills.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're multiplying.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm over in the corner like, you better shape up.
In the Shake Shack.
Yeah.
Maxine's son likes musicals.
Right, clearly. All right, and that has been your week of days. One other thing I wanted to point out was how with Deimos and Nicole, their relationship is like really
Strange.
well,
I'm
not
a
strange,
little-
but interesting
Yeah.
because
There's no love connection there
it's like
anymore.
it's like they're doing what like we kind of want couples to do, and it's like owning their stuff. So when so Nicole followed Deimos when he went to go meet with Dario and confronted and he admitted what he did. She then was like, you're gonna tell Chloe.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of like this weird this relationship where it's like y'all must really, because y'all are just like and now Chloe's just like, look, girl, you're my best friend, but you are too close to Deimos, and I can't tell you nothing no more.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna go tell him. I can't do that. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out. And that has been your week of days.
So she went back to New York
Yeah.
to hang out with her parents, right? Where's Parker? Did Parker allegedly
With-
go
in
with
New
her?
York.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's already in New York.
Okay.
Because she said, he loves it there. And he's like
Why
already
didn't
there.
she just go back to the log cabin?
Sold it. I don't know.
She has a baby on the way, girl.
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
love how they try and hide the baby. Everything,
I know.
lamps.
Yeah, I think at this point
she's
they
always
were-
carrying bags.
They were
Give
like,
it up.
They're like, okay, girl, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna come back from New York, and you'll see the bump.
You know what I wonder?
You
You know what I wonder all of a sudden? And this would be funny. Are they gonna use like Nadia's real baby
I thought
as
that too.
like
I thought
Chloe's
that
baby
too.
to where like bring your baby to work day?
Well, unless it's Nicole's, then
And then that'll
Or
be-
unless something happens
it
to
looks
the
like-
baby.
yeah. I
Right.
don't know. Well, it's all to be determined.
TBD.
TBD.
TBD. And that has been your interesting week of days. And now it is time for our segments. And we're going to start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Billy Flynn.
I love him.
All right, so you know what? This week I actually struggled to find a snap-worthy moment.
Really?
Yeah.
You can always give it to me.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to waste it. So, and then it wasn't until... Girl.
Girl.
It wasn't until Friday when Sonny confronted Chad, and Sonny said, "You didn't listen to me, and I'm returning the favor," and walked off.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yes, you better tell him." And the way that Freddie just like walked off, it's almost like I could see him like, if he was using gay lingo, like him being like, "Look, bitch, you didn't listen to me earlier, therefore I ain't gotta listen to you," and just walk off. So that's why I give Sonny Kyriakis Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap.
There we go. And now it's time for
God.
Matthew's Choice.
You really hit
These-
that. You really hit that high note.
I tried to. These will never get. I feel like I should make these just for life. I'm gonna go through my life with just like these VOs. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Matthew's choice goes to my best friend Brian for finding this because I saw it a couple times and I didn't pick up on it. The whiteboard in the interrogation room had the list of all parties involved, and the board said J.J. Horton on it. It should have been J.J. Devereaux.
Devereaux. I thought so too. Because when I saw the board, I was like, J.J. Horton. I was like, that seems weird. I was like, isn't it Jack Devereaux Jr.?
Right. J.J. Devereaux.
Yeah, it should be J.J. Devereaux.
What blows my mind is that I saw the board 4 times probably, and I didn't catch it. And Brian sent that shot right there to me. But the fact that so many people...
These are suspects?
No, they're like they had Orpheus Xander and Clyde, and then they had the people
who
that
they're
were
going
connected
after.
with him. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
But the fact that so many people on the Days of Our Lives set probably saw that board, camera guys and the actors, and no one caught that it said Horton and not Devereaux.
Did he
The
at
person
some
who wrote
point
it.
though? Did he at some point say like, "I want to go by Horton" or anything like that?
I don't
I don't think
remember
so.
that.
I drink a lot too, so I miss stuff.
And eat a lot of pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Look in there. Did they?
No one's saying anything?
No one's saying anything. Okay.
No, all right. Well, yeah. I mean,
All right.
that was a good one.
Fun.
There's
So-
a little bit of lag, so,
so-
just give it a minute.
But thank you, Brian, for pointing that out. I was
Thank you,
no
Brian.
way. I just saw that scene too.
Yeah.
Missed it completely.
Well, glad they caught it. And that has been Matthew's Choice. I think I'm gonna go on The Voice next year.
You should.
I'm going on The Voice for that.
Someone's got to lose.
And and now it's time.
Wow.
But that's so weird.
Should go on the Gong Show.
That's so mean. Oh. I want to see you on the Gong Show as
I would
Lorraine.
do the Gong Show.
As Lorraine.
As Lorraine. I would do
Okay.
it.
You know what? I'll be there with the gong.
I mean, Gong. RuPaul walk in and gong it.
And now it's time for Mark's Quote of the Week.
Alrighty. So my quote of the week this week
Alrighty.
is going to someone I don't think he's ever got quote of the week.
What did
Your
I
friend
say?
Glenn would know.
Glenn would know. Glenn would know. And I lost. He had told me he had gone through all of our shows a while back and gave me a list of who got all my quotes of the week, which I was so grateful for.
Wow.
And then
That's
I
a friend right
lost it.
there.
And then I kept, like, each week I made a list and I would mark, and then
Would you
I
mark
lost
Jay
it.
Freeman it?
I would mark Jay Freeman.
But there's a video, I think, when you said the totals.
Oh, I think I said it on and then
so
I
you
go
can start from that
there.
point and go on.
I'll have to find that episode.
There we go.
All right. Which is probably about a year ago. So
Yes. So you know what? Someone's gonna find
Glenn,
it. Someone's gonna find
I
it
need your
and
help
tweet
again.
it to us.
Glenn, I need your help again.
Yeah.
A real friend would do it for me. All right. So my quote of the week is going to Aiden Jennings.
Oh wow.
Stop it.
What did you do? I
Stop
wasn't
your
looking.
pun-
What did
he
you
was-
do?
I just went.
It was more the grunt that went along with it.
Girl.
And he kind of it was a joke anyway, but I just thought it was really funny when he was. when Hope came to the door and she was like, there are 3 murders on the road. And Aiden said, you must be the resident expert on murder down at the old squad room.
Oh,
And then he was like, oh, okay, bad joke. But
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that was friggin' funny. I was like, you go, Aiden. Sorry. So Aiden gets my quote of the week. Daniel Cosgrove.
and that has been Mark's
Mark.
Quote of the week.
And now it's time for Fan of the Week.
Fan of the week, I actually kind of decided this last week when we picked Carolyn.
Yeah.
Because there was somebody that I don't think I've given Fan of the Week to, and if I did, it was a long time ago. But I didn't want to just give it to one person. I wanted to give it to the whole family. So I want to give it to Susie Morales Smedley
Yes.
and her
entire family.
because they've been around since the very beginning.
Yes.
She had a nice little conversation with us when Jordy was here.
Yes.
And her whole family, they all watch and support and everything like
wonderful.
that. So I just wanted to give them, the whole family, this Morales Smedley clan, fan of the
Fan
week.
of the
I
Week.
love that.
Fans of the week.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You know, it's weird because I remember her son won like one of our first
Long
contests.
time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there's that. And that has been Mark's. Oh, well, that
Fan
has
of the
been
Week.
Fan of the Week. Yes.
Yeah, we don't have a thing for that, Tony. Do you have another shower?
I need to come up with something for
Fan
Fan of the Week. I'll have to.
Yeah.
I'll have to. See what
Fan
tickles
of
tickles
the
my-
week.
Oh, I like that. That would work.
We
Can you do that?
We'll work on that. We'll work on that. Work on
I don't
that.
think that's gonna be.
I don't think that's gonna be it either.
I think that was.
I think he's making a note.
down.
Not fan.
Not
fan of the week.
Yeah. All right, so it is time for some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV.
We got this, girl. Don't you worry about it. Girl,
yeah.
we got
Girl,
this. Matthew
girl,
did it.
We got it.
Okay, Day of Days is on November 12th at City Walk at Universal
Yeah.
Studios. Meet the stars of NBC Days and mingle with fans of the show.
going to be fun.
And make sure, if you're coming to Day of Days, go to our Facebook page or tweet us and let us know that you're coming, because there's something to ruin. And that's all I'm going to say.
We
Possibly.
we need a head count.
Possibly.
Yeah, we just need to know who's coming.
We just want to know who's coming.
We just need to know how many lifesavers to buy.
That. Yes. All right.
All right, and so if you're coming to Day of Days as well, you need to go to Barnsdall, and I used to live right by Barnsdall Park, and every time I drive by, I'm like, how do I say that? Barnsdall Park in Los Feliz. I don't live over there anymore, but a cute neighborhood. Mary Beth
cute.
Evans and Stephen Nichols are doing a staged reading of Annapurna on the 13th, and I keep forgetting to go get the website, because you can get tickets already. They're already on sale. So if you're going to be here anyway, it was a great opportunity to see Stephen and Mary Beth outside of Days and doing what they do, but not as Patch and Kayla. So I think it would be a great opportunity. And Annapurna is a great show. We did it at my theater before I started with, what's her name? From Will and Grace.
Deborah. Megan Mullally?
Megan Mullally.
Oh,
yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
Love her.
So, Tony, something else?
Yes. Okay. So, as you guys know, Donald Trump, it was leaked. Some like audio tapes were leaked out. As far as like some things that he was saying about women and about a particular woman, and then there was another woman that he saw, and he was talking about her. Yeah, and this was during his appearance on Days, and when he got off the bus, the woman that he was referring to was Ari Zucker.
See, I didn't know until you sent us the thing today.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, okay, here's the stranger thing. So Jamel from Brooklyn Facebooked me and said, "Oh my gosh, look at this," and da-da-da-da. And I was like, why is he sending me the Trump thing? Like, I don't get it. And then I started seeing that, like, it was Ari, and I was like, what? And so this whole time I kept thinking, like, oh my God, like, how does she, feel about what's happening, and da-da-da. And right before I came in, Ari wrote this on her Facebook page. She said, "My name is Ariane Zucker." Oh, that's good to know, because I keep saying Zucker.
Zucker, yeah.
"And I am a strong, independent, hardworking mother, businesswoman, and partner to a great man. I have grown to learn that the words of others cannot affect the value of my self-worth or define the content of my character. How we treat one another, whether behind closed doors, locker rooms, or face-to-face, should be done with kindness, dignity, and respect. Unfortunately, there are too many people in power who abuse their position and disregard these simple principles and are rewarded for it. In understanding the magnitude of the situation, I choose to stand tall with self-respect and use my voice to enrich, inspire, and elevate the best of who we are as people."
You go, girl.
I thought that was brilliant. So to our wonderful, wonderful woman, continue to stand tall, continue to inspire. You are lovely, beautiful, smart, strong. We love you.
Yes.
And what Trump did was just horrible.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to repeat what he said.
We're not going to.
We're not going to. So
we're going to move on to predictions.
yeah.
Do we have any predictions?
Yep.
Oh, you have one.
Now, your AfterBuzz.
I'm sticking with my prediction that somehow Chloe's baby is Nicole's.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that the dad might be Dario.
Okay.
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 I don't know how I'm getting there, but I just have a feeling because I think because he likes Nicole and he's fighting so hard to get her, and then he's working with Deimos. I just think that to move their storyline along, there might be some sort of fatherhood. I don't know. Just how I'm feeling.
I predict that Orpheus, Xander, and Clyde will come up with a full-fledged working plan.
Do you?
Only because we know somebody dies.
Well, Somebody's got to figure something
Somebody's
out.
got to.
What are we doing?
I know. I was laughing. It was when I was trying to look at your thing, and I was hiding the light because that light annoys me.
Oh.
It got frozen again.
He's taking a nap on my arm, evidently.
It looks like I'm sleeping.
Clearly. Well, that's it.
How was the week?
Yeah.
Wow.
I
Easy
mean,
peasy.
They fly by, don't they?
They really do. They really do fly by. So next week, I promise, we'll open the phone lines for you guys next week to call in and chit chat with us. But we have.
I won't be here.
Oh, that's right.
You make it. You make it a
I
point
can call
to get
from
here.
Ohio.
You could. You've done it before
I have.
during Matthew Ashford.
We'll see. We'll see what my itinerary holds on Sunday.
Sounds like someone's going to
Sunday's
be
still
scot-free.
kind of up in the air, so I don't know.
Because you're just so busy.
I'm busy, girl.
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 All right, that has been AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days, where we give you a full recap of this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives. Before we head out, though, Mark J. Freeman
You can find me on Tumblr at
at Billy's
It
Love.
doesn't end.
Love.
Billy's
It's
Love
Lorraine
Class.
It's Lorraine Love. I have not. I think I don't even know if I put a picture on Tumblr yet. But find me. I don't know what that means. I don't know how you follow me. Maybe you should follow me and teach me how to use it. But I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNELOVE, and Snapchat Lorraine.
What about your hair? I think your
Hair
on social
is on
media.
Twitter, living for the number 4, the hair.
Oh, someone's talking about Greg Vaughn. Love Greg Vaughn.
And then it's not you. That's a miracle.
I almost made it the entire show without mentioning my husband. Yes, Daquan, my husband. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Matthew E. Paine.
And of course, you guys can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. And you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, Dishin Days. We will see you next Sunday, minus Mark, for another full recap of AfterBuzz TV.
It's gonna be a lot quieter in here.
A lot.
A lot less hair.
Lots and lots.
Bye, y'all.
Although mine's gone.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Billy Flynn
Views expressed
rocks.
herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.